you go this far down last year?
Yeah. Well, the last time I did. Well, do you want to interview me or what? What do you want to do? Is that, you got voice on that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ben, the reason I do this is I'm a patriot. My father's a retired Marine Corps Lieutenant Colonel. I grew up on Marine bases. He fought in the Pacific and was badly wounded. He almost died. He's got a Purple Heart. He got a Purple Heart in Korea and a Bronze Star in Korea. He didn't almost die there, but he was there. My uncle was in Korea in the Pacific. I got an aunt who was a captain in the Marines in Korea. And so I grew up with that on the bases, and I'm a patriot, and the flag means something. 4th of July should mean something. When did they have the fireworks downtown? They had it the 24th of January? That doesn't make any sense.
June.
June. Put them on, yeah, I'm sorry, June. Put
There ought
them
to
on
be
the
a law.
4th of
There ought to be
July.
a law against that. Yeah.
4th of
It
July.
must be on July 4th.
So when you dumb things down, it doesn't mean anything to anybody. And I didn't hear many fireworks this year because the people who set off the fireworks are usually the low income people, and they're all broke right now. But for the last, ever since I've been living here, 4th of July starts sometime in May, you know, around here. You've heard it. Fireworks going off up the kazoo.
Yeah, we're gonna make some homemade
4th
fireworks.
of July. Let it mean something. So that's what the flags are for. This is one, I think I've done this 6 times. I didn't do it last year. Different each time a little bit, but this is one, somewhat on the order of one of the other ones I did. Your dad has helped me in 3 of them or something, at least. We went down to a parade in the town every 4th of July. My grandparents and my aunts and uncles have been doing it for years. We only did it when we were in town. We lived in other places. But I did it 5 or 6 times. Go down to the little parade. We had little flags, we waved the flags, and then the parade ended in the park with a veterans kind of demonstration and a salute to the flag, and a cannon shot off some things. And then the cannon shot off little packages that went up and exploded, and little flags and candy and parachutes came down.
Sweet.
And the kids we used to chase them to get one. I think I got a flag one year. But so the cannon shot that stuff up, and then the kids would go to a big park.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that was in the, you know, and so then we got an ice cream cone and something, and we went home. And then that night, you could go downtown if you wanted to, but my grandparents lived up on a hill. You could see the whole area from a valley. It was really beautiful. So we'd go to the edge of this hill, this valley, and while it wasn't a straight, you know, if we fell, we'd have rolled into grass and hit trees and stuff, but it was way down there. And the fireworks display was down there then at night, on the 4th of July. A couple times we went down to the park for the fireworks display, but other times we stood up on the hill. Now that was important, you know, it was the 4th of July, it meant something. One of my uncles had been in the Army in World War I, and he was alive there and doing it. I used to have his World War I helmet, his metal helmet. I'm afraid I didn't appreciate it as much when I was a kid. I let it go, wish I still had it. Because he's gone, you know. And when my mother dies and I die and stuff, nobody ever remember him. He was a great guy. My uncle Snowball. Everyone called him Snowball. He never married. He was a nice guy. And he was a recovered alcoholic. I didn't know that. But, and you know, the truth is, nobody remembers why he was called Snowball. He was my grandmother's brother. She's gone, and My mom is 87, and she said, I can't remember. It was never written down. So those things are tragedies.
Nobody knows still?
There's nobody alive who remembers why. His name was Aloysius, and nobody can remember why. I thought his name was Snowball when I was a kid until someone told me that's a nickname. But I've thought about the fact that, well, he was my grandmother's brother. He was in World War I. He was a nice guy, and he had this nickname, and there's nobody living, and it's not written anywhere that anyone knows what his nickname was. So see, our past gets away from us. Now my dad's just about turned 93, and he's got an unbelievable Marine Corps career, and we can't get him to write his auto, you know. So we've interviewed him at times and then written down what he said, and I shoved. He didn't notice it for about 5 hours last time I was there. I was taping everything he did till he found out I was taping it. Then he got mad. Are you taping this? He said, yeah. Why? I'm trying to tell you, you're supposed to write this so your grandchildren will remember you and your story. You guys must have seen Blade Runner. Do you remember Rutger Hauer when he's saying why he wants to live longer? That he saw spaceships blow up among the Pleiades, things like that, you know. And he says, and when I'm gone, nobody will ever know. The next time you watch Blade Runner, because that's profound. He wasn't doing it for himself. The concept there was he wanted those. He has memories. He says, I'm human. I've got memories. I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the exact spaceships. Can you imagine spaceships blowing up? Well, my dad was in the Battle of Leyte Gulf. 400 kamikazes one day came at him. Okay, at the fleet. This is the fleet. This is the largest naval engagement in world history, where our fleet destroyed the Japanese fleet in the last great naval engagement of all time. There'll never be another like it, because the aircraft carrier is great, but this was a carrier war with battleships. Battleships are obsolete. One missile will take them out now. Obsolete. So Dad was on one of the 4 big Iowa-class battleships, the Iowa class. He was on the Wisconsin, and he was in charge of anti-aircraft fire because of the Marines. And he said, well, he won't write the story. He said, oh my God, that one day. And he said, he's read about it. He said, that was the day there were more than 400 kamikazes up there that day that we were trying to shoot down. They sunk a lot of our ships too. And you see the pictures in the war, it's all this. And he said, there's no night in the middle of this kind of battle. It's all lit up. No night that night as the fleet's engaged. The kamikazes were mostly in the daytime. So, and then soon after that, he had 95% body burns and almost died. So,
Holy shit.
yeah.
It's a hell of a night.
Everyone should do something like this, and then if they got into it, they'd appreciate what we've got, which is a lot, an awful lot.
Oh yeah.
Most people are unaware of it.